Hello, this is Jeff Luzader here at Keystone at the Crossing for the 210th inductee into the Indiana High School Baseball Coach Association Hall of Fame, and he's none other than Jeff Samardzija. Jeff graduated from Valpo. He was a 13-year Major League player, and Jeff, really appreciate you being here. Let's talk a little bit about the early days at Valpo.
Sure.
How about
Legendary.
Experience? Legendary.
Yeah, just a lot of fun. I started freshman football, started sophomore varsity for baseball, and it seems like it went really fast. Had an older brother, so I kind of just got mixed right in with, with all the coaches and all the older players. And yeah, I was well prepped by my dad. My dad was a big Bobby Knight guy, so you can imagine my upbringing based off of his favorite coach. Favorite team was, the '85 Bears, which were all hard-nosed too. So, my upbringing was pretty intense with my dad, and luckily I was the second son. So he worked the kinks out with my older brother, and then kind of loosened up a little bit on me, and I ended up having a good run at it there at Valpo.
We're looking at your bio here. You being a football player, pretty good receiver in Notre Dame, and baseball. That's kind of unusual for somebody to be. Were you tagging back and forth about what sport you wanted to be the best in?
Yeah, it was a good problem to have, no doubt. But my first 2 years of football at Notre Dame I wasn't very good. I didn't put up a lot of great numbers, and I had a lot of success in baseball my freshman and sophomore year. So it was kind of flip-flopped, and so that really took off my baseball career, where I started to realize I could play a little bit. And I didn't pitch much in high school, so when I got to Notre Dame, they made me pitch because football didn't want me to play the outfield. So yeah, I just kind of did the best of it, and it was a great scenario because then you don't have to do off-season conditioning in football, and then you don't have to do fall ball in baseball. So kind of just get to pick and choose, where you want to go. And being on full scholarship for football, the baseball coaches loved me. I was free, so they didn't really ride me too hard. They just wanted me to show up on Saturdays and pitch, and I threw a bullpen on Wednesdays, and everything else was football. So,
and of course, your major league career with 4 teams: the Cubs, Oakland Athletics, Chicago White Sox, and the San Francisco Giants. Runner-up Mr. Football and Mr. Baseball the year you graduated. So let's back up a little bit. Major league career.
You want to talk about McCutcheon? You want to talk about Clayton Richard? Is that what we want to talk about?
I was going to mention that because I do stats. Not
that I still remember.
I do stats in Lafayette Jeff right now, and he is my boss.
He is the standard.
Yeah, but
quarterbacks, they get all the love, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, but your major league career. I mean, even when you were in college, did you think that's what you wanted to?
Yeah, like I said, having a little success freshman year really kind of gave me more momentum to keep doing it, because it wasn't easy, because there's lack of time, and with Drew going to Stanford too, you go to these schools that actually care about their academics. You do have to attend, you do have to get good grades, and it is important to them. It's not like other state schools where you can just show up for attendance and they kind of slide you through with a 2-2 and make you eligible. So there was a lot on our plate, and for me just to go through that and have some success early and not have success in football, it really made me open my eyes. And then junior year in football, I kind of took off and had a good year when we brought an offensive coach in. So then I had a dilemma on my hands. And honestly, I'd given so much to football my whole life. All my free time, all traveling was never travel baseball. It was always travel football. And baseball was always my release. And I always had a smile on my face. My dad wasn't coaching me in baseball, so I always just had fun. I always enjoyed being out there, and it was never work, and it was never, a chore to be out there on the baseball field. And I always took that joy into the game, and it helped me, play for a while.
My last question here before we can go to Steve is, see, you were on the 2014 All-Star team. How about that experience?
Kind of. Yeah, I didn't have a team, so I got traded right in the middle of it. So I was on the NL All-Star team, but wanted the AL All-Star team to win. So I did all the practice and stuff with the NL team, and then when the game started, I popped over into the AL dugout, and it actually was a great experience for me. I didn't get to pitch in the game, which was a bummer, but being able to hang around with both teams and getting to know and meet all the guys in the AL and the NL It was actually a fun time for me. I had no pressure because I knew I wasn't going to pitch, so I really got to enjoy the experience. And pretty wild experience. But you gotta love those geeks trading guys in the middle of the season, huh?
Steve, you got?
Jeff, they called you the Shark long before you played in Oakland or San Francisco. That
Mm-hmm.
makes sense because they were sharks bobbing out there in the ocean. What do you think? When did that nickname start? And do you identify with that, or do you shy away from
I
it?
started freshman year, you know, when you're getting hazed by the older guys. So I didn't have any beautiful, awesome, thick facial hair like I have now.
This is a freshman year. at Notre
So
Dame?
freshman year in Notre Dame, yeah. And one of the older guys was kind of picking on me because I showed up in the middle of the year, and you know, I must have said something to him he didn't like. He said, you know, at Shark Face, you just need to keep it toned down a little bit. And he said Shark Face, and then that kind of took off for a while. And then I had a good football season, and someone on ABC, whether it was Greasy or someone, said the shark running through the middle of the defense, and then from there on, people started calling me Shark. So I didn't really know where it came from, but you know, in college, you know, you got the little beat writers running around, and someone got a wind of it, and it took off from there. So ever since then, it's become Shark, but originally it's Shark Face because it looked like the shark from a Shark Tale, the cartoon.
Okay.
So, Seniors.
You kind of keep a whole profile now that you're retired, don't you?
Absolutely, yeah, 100%.
You're off the grid.
Off
almost.
the grid, baby, fishing.
Fishing?
Yeah, baby.
You're in. So there's water in Arizona.
There is not. No.
No, you're traveling to do your fishing.
Travel to do the fish in Arizona.
You're not.
you know,
You're not fishing for sharks, are you?
Sometimes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
saltwater down in Tampa. We'll get out there. You don't
Okay.
want to catch them, but sometimes they show up.
Okay.
Yeah, the gray suits, man. The tax man. You got to pay him. But yeah, you know, I've enjoyed kind of just pulling back. You know, it was such a go life there for a long time, as long as I could remember. You know, did get to see the oldest son for a while, and the youngest one came along towards the end of my career. And I'll tell you what, I'm really enjoying seeing these kids grow up and being there for them every day. You see a lot of these guys that had kids real young in baseball, and you know, that tough pull, that give and take of how much time do you give to baseball and your family. It had to have been really hard, and I was just very fortunate that you know, things worked out, and you know, I was able to do it towards the end, and now I can really spend a lot of my time with them. They're playing baseball. I'm trying to get them golfing, you know, and I can get out there more too. So, but a lot of fun being a dad. You know, I gave a lot of time to myself, so it feels good to give it to someone else.
Awesome.
Well, Jeff, we really appreciate your time, and congratulations on being the 2010th inductee, and we enjoy your speech.
Thank you
Looking
so
forward
much.
to it. Take care.
Can't wait. Thank you.